Yeah, ayy, yeah, ayy, ayy, yeah, ayy, ayy, ayy.
That's it.
Face plant, yeah. I need love, I need drugs, I need savior. My niggas, I got blood on my hands, yo. I might up there eat a truck on my fucking fans, ayy. Yo, fuck, I'm up white, Johnny K, I might lose my mind, I can't never love a bitch, ayy.
Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 4 of What If Naruto Was in the Anbu. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you all for 300 subscribers, the tremendous amount of support I've been getting on all the videos lately. That being said, let's get right into the video. Naruto left the Okage's office and started heading home. He couldn't stop thinking about who he would bring with him to help bring Sasuke back. Naruto already knew he was going to bring Sakura because they had chemistry and Sakura wanted to help bring Sasuke back. Naruto just had one more team member, so he listed his options in his head. First he thought about bringing Kiba because of his tracking abilities. Then he thought, what about bringing Shino because his bugs could be useful to track Sasuke down. Then Naruto thought, what about the Genin he met at the Chunin exams that had the Byakugan, Neji Yuga. On his way home, Naruto ran into a couple of people that seen what he did at the Chunin exams, and Naruto just ignored them. When they asked him how he did it, when Naruto arrived at home, he just sat on his bed and looked out the window and thought to himself, who would be the best fit? He couldn't decide, so he decided to sleep, and he would make his decision when he woke up. Back at Orochimaru's hideout, Sasuke was training when a couple of Orochimaru's students walked in and tried to fight Sasuke. But before they could attack him, Sasuke turned towards them and put them in a genjutsu. He was about to light them on fire with his Amaterasu when Orochimaru wrapped Sasuke up with a snake and said, if you're going to kill them, do it right. Then Sasuke nodded his head and Orochimaru let him go. Then Sasuke walked over to them and put a Chidori right through all of their chests. Then Orochimaru pulled Sasuke aside and told him he got word that there were some hidden leaf Anbu close to the hideout, and that they were after Sasuke. So Orochimaru told Sasuke to go outside and take care of them. Sasuke nodded and grabbed his sword and walked outside. When he went outside, he seen 4 Anbu members. 3 of them started to attack, and 1 started to run back to the leaf to tell them where Sasuke was. Sasuke seen the 1 Anbu member running back, so he tried to chase after him, but one of the Anbu members used mud wall to surround them, so Sasuke would be forced to stay and fight. The Anbu thought it would be an easy fight because Sasuke was only a Genin, but they didn't know Orochimaru trained Sasuke all the way up to Jonin level. The Anbu threw kunai at Sasuke, but he dodged them with his Sharingan. Then they tried fighting with taijutsu, but again, Sasuke kept dodging them. Then Sasuke said it's my turn and used Amaterasu on them. But when they got hit by Amaterasu, they used substitution jutsu and rushed back in. But they used shadow clones to rush back in while they ran back to the leaf. Sasuke smiled when he seen them running, and he chased after them. But he only seen 2 of them, so he chased the 2 down, and they kept using mud wall to slow him down. But he just used his Chidori to cut straight through the walls. Then they looked back at him and they looked right into his eyes. And when they looked into his eyes, he put them in a genjutsu. So they thought they were running, but they were actually standing still. When Sasuke caught up with them, he released the genjutsu and used his Susanoo to take them out. Then he returned to Orochimaru's hideout and told him what had happened. Back at the Leaf Village, Naruto woke up and made up his mind that he would bring Neji with him. So he went to find them, and then he went and found Guy Sensei. He asked Guy if he would ask Neji to go with him to track down Sasuke. But while he was asking him, Neji walked past and Guy said, ask him yourself, and called Neji over. Then Naruto asked Neji, could you please come with me and Sakura to find and track down Sasuke and bring him back? Then Neji said, sure, I will. Then they went to Sakura's house and asked her to go, and she said, sure, I'll do it for you, Naruto. And then they smiled at each other and started to head out. On their way out of the village, they seen an Anbu member running, and they stopped him and asked him what happened. And he told them that Sasuke had mastered the Sharingan and he killed the other two Anbu members that were with him. Then they asked how he managed to master the Sharingan in such a short time. And the Anbu member told Naruto that Sasuke was with Orochimaru and was getting trained by him. Then Naruto asked who's Orochimaru, and the Anbu member said Orochimaru was a rogue ninja of the Leaf that knew a lot of jutsu. And then Naruto thanked the Anbu for the information, and he told his squad that he had to stop by his house for a second. So they went to Naruto's house and waited for him outside. When Naruto got back outside, he was wearing an Anbu mask and a long cloak with a hood. They asked him why he was wearing that, and he said he joined the Anbu after the Chunin exams. Then Neji thought to himself, I'm glad I didn't have to fight him. If he was put in the Anbu as a genin. Then Sakura hugged Naruto and said, congratulations, Naruto. Naruto hugged her back and said, let's go get our friend back. After walking for hours, Naruto asked Neji how his Byakugan worked. And Neji said he has very good vision and he could see very far. And he also could see people's chakra points. Then he asked Neji if he saw anything yet. And Neji activated Byakugan and looked around. He was about to tell Naruto that he didn't see anything, but then he saw 2 dead bodies of Anbu members. They had a hole in their hearts where their hearts were, and then they started following the Anbu's footsteps to lead them to where Sasuke was hiding. They tracked them all the way back to Orochimaru's hideout, and they went inside and they saw Sasuke and ran over to him. Then he said, leave before it's too late. Then Naruto went over to him and told him to leave with them. And he said no and used his Susanoo, and it knocked out Naruto and Neji. Then Sakura used her strength to fight back against the Susanoo. And then Sasuke used his Chidori and used it on her. As it pierced her skin, she yelled Naruto, and the Chidori went straight through her heart. Sasuke was in shock that he actually killed one of his friends. And he just stood there with his eyes wide open and his hand through Sakura's heart. Then Naruto woke up. The first thing he seen when he got up was Sasuke using a Chidori through Sakura's heart. And then Naruto ran at Sasuke and punched him in the face, and Sasuke fell back onto the ground. Then Naruto grabbed Sakura and slowly laid her onto the ground. Then he dropped to his knees, with tears in his eyes, and cried. He said, why, Sakura? Why did you have to die like this? This is all my fault. I shouldn't have chosen you to go on this mission. I loved you. Then Naruto stood up and his eyes were red, and he was glowing with red chakra. And he said to Kurama, hey Fox, are you ready? Then Kurama replied and said, ready for what? Naruto said, we're going to avenge Sakura and kill Sasuke. Then when we are done with Sasuke, we're going to kill the person that trained him. Then Naruto woke up Neji and told Neji that he should run because this fight wouldn't go good for him if he stayed. Then Neji said, don't underestimate me, and he started to run towards Sasuke, who was still in shock. And Neji was about to hit him with gentle fist when Sasuke got out of shock and summoned his Susanoo, which blocked Neji's gentle fist. And the Susanoo was about to strike Neji when Naruto used some of Kurama's chakra to wrap around the Susanoo and stop it from hitting him. Then Sasuke went to hit Neji with his Amaterasu when Naruto wrapped Neji in Kurama's chakra and it blocked the flames. Neji ran back to Naruto and Naruto said, Sasuke, this fight is between me and you because you killed someone I loved. This is where I'm going to leave off part 4. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe. Also hit that bell so you don't miss the next part of the video, and comment what you thought about this video. And as always, I hope all of you guys have a great day. Peace out.